Hamitakepi, Tashing Tankadute, Makiapi, Breo Kanto Hemacha, Gatinto Mataha. My name is Cole Redhorse Taylor. I am from the Prairie Island Indian community. My Dakota name is Redhorse, and I am from the Spirit Lake Dweller Band of Dakota. And we are the first people of this land that we call Minnesota or Minnesota. I am a descendant of Little Crow and his dynasty of chiefs that were dwelling here in this area that was known as Kapoja. Waterways for us as Dakota people, as Mdewakanton at least specifically, is a very, very important relationship. It's a sacred relationship. You know, water is what gives us life, and wherever there was water, there was Dakota people living there. And the riverways specifically, we use them in a sense like a highway, and that's, you know, how we transported ourselves up and down the land, and it's how we built relationships with the European settlers that came over, but also with our neighboring tribes. It also is in some ways a sad relationship, as you know, my ancestors, when they were removed from Minnesota, they were put on boats on our sacred rivers and downstream and up into different areas during times of removal. My relationship now with this place, whenever I drive by it, I always look at it and I always think, you know, that's where my people lived in a beautiful way and lived a beautiful lifestyle and lived in harmony with everything around them and with each other. And there may have been times of hardship in those days, but they still knew a beautiful life and they knew their connection to being Dakota. My relationship now with water is very personal. It's how I've felt healing. When I feel any kind of heavy emotions, I do like to go towards where there is water, and I do like to just sit there and listen to it. And now, you know, many of our Dakota communities here in Minnesota live near water, and it's just always a really vital place for us. And whenever I see places like this where I don't see the trains, I don't see concrete, I don't see the city, I see my people living there, you know, in that beautiful way. It gives me a connection, and it makes me feel like, you know, because I'm acknowledging that, you know, I'm acknowledging them too. It's these sites that drew our people back to this area after we were so tragically removed, and we draw our power from these places. These are places of healing, and so, you know, I would love to see places like these be protected and for people to make stances for them and stand up for them and to be a voice for these places, because they don't have a voice, they don't have a physical way of speaking that, you know, non-Native people won't understand.